Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
A bad day to start with, stuck in a traffic jam. The two on a Sunday morning, heavy traffic in front of IIT. How Arjun came. Few years back, I was working as a lecturer in an engineering college. So one of the days I went to the classroom and I thought I wanted to have a different session today. I don't want to give a lecture. So I told the students today, I'm not going to give a lecture, rather you are going to come and speak on the stage. I saw some happy faces because they know I'm not going to bore them for another 1 hour. Some faces were worried, bloody hell, he's going to call me, he's trying to hide. But they don't know the secret because I didn't prepare for the session. So to avoid the prepared session by me, I gave an impromptu session to them. So some people take this as an opportunity, some people see this as a threat. So when I gave this opportunity, suddenly one person raised his hand and said he wanted to give a speech first. Okay, he came up, he gave a speech. Okay, let's not go into whether it is a good speech or a bad speech. But the thing is, he volunteered and took up as an opportunity, whereas a lot of the other students took it as a threat. No wonder this student of mine, he went up very high in his life. In fact, when he finished, he is a civil engineer. When he finished civil engineering, he got an offer in an MNC company, which normally most of the students will take up, which is a very, very lucrative offer for him. But this guy, as usual, he was very different. He denied that offer and he wanted to be an entrepreneur. Okay, think about 1920, and then you wanted to be an entrepreneur on your own. That's something, a challenge he took up. And he grew as an entrepreneur, and now I see him delivering speeches at very, very reputed institutions like IIM. I saw him delivering, and yesterday I saw his Facebook update that he gave a delivery at IISc Bangalore. Right? So when opportunities appear in front of you, please take it up. Right? This gives you, normally people don't get opportunities. That's where they lose out. And when opportunity comes in front of us, we don't take it. Right? So with that introduction, I'm going to handle the impromptu session today. I think some of you will have the cheat with you. This is going to be conducted in the way the contest, table topics contest is going to be handled. So except the person with the number 1, we want the others to go on the row. Before you go out, just one note. Please note that the topic will be told to you only twice. So it's up to you to listen carefully. Okay, it will not be repeated. Okay, let me call the first speaker, TM Manickavel. TM Manickavel, those who fear the thorns cannot pick the roses. Those who fear the thorns cannot pick the roses. TM Manickavel.
Friends, Toastmasters. So as the adage says, that if you have to pick a rose, you have to suffer and you have to get hurt by the thorns. So that is the adage part of it. So which means if you want to achieve something, you have to necessarily get burnt, you have to necessarily get hurt, right? But I don't fully agree with that point. Today, there are technologies available. So if you want to achieve something, there are easy ways. There are workarounds available. So even if you want to cut the flower, rose, you can use a scissor, right? You don't have to get cut. You can wear gloves. So if you use appropriate tools, if you use appropriate technologies, you don't have to get hurt. You don't have to face the the thorns, but you have to necessarily be cognizant of the fact that thorns are continuously be available, and there is a possibility you will be deprived of the tools, right? So you have to mentally be prepared to pluck the rose so that you may get hurted, but you have to prepare yourself with the necessary boots, technologies or tools, but at the same time you have to be prepared for the worst. So I think I am partially agree with that and partially disagree with that. Over to table topic.
Thank you, TM Sundararaman. Toastmaster Anusha. Those who fear the thorns cannot pick the roses. Those who fear the thorns cannot pick the roses. Toastmaster Anusha.
I can relate this to our PT session. PT session is like thorns. You see it as, oh my god, it's so scary, I don't want to get off the stage, I don't want to get off my comfort zone and then give a speech. But then when you see the rose as in the benefit, you become a better speaker. You are given a topic at any moment, you are able to speak means that indicates you are a very good speaker. Preparing a speech and giving it's an entirely different idea. It's an entirely different concept. But giving a speech on the spot, you don't look at the thorns. If you want the roses, if you want to be a better speaker, get off your comfort zone. Come out. You might give a horrible speech. It might look like you're why is this girl or why is this boy even talking here? It's okay. It's their opinion. It's nothing to do with you. Give a speech to you to experience the roses. See only the beautiful roses. That's what I said when Thomas had asked me for an introduction. See the challenges is an opportunity to learn. Don't look at the challenges and say, no, I don't want to do it. Go for it. You will see beautiful roses behind the screen. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Anusha. The third speaker is Toastmaster Tushar. Tushar, those who fear the thorns cannot pick the roses. Those who fear the thorns cannot pick the roses.
Thank you. A very apt topic. Those who fear the thorns cannot pick roses. Basically, it says that whatever you want to achieve on the way to your dream, on the road to your success, there will be obstacles. Life is not bed of roses. It has problems. But we can't get scared of it and run back. That's not the way to live life. That's not the way to behave. If you want to achieve something, face the problem. As someone told previously in this meeting, that obstacles are nothing but a way to learn new challenges, way to learn your potential, way to think differently. That's what obstacles do to us. They make us think differently. So, friends, we have to embrace the obstacles. We have to embrace the thorns. Then only we'll be ready to pluck the rose and smell it. Smell the fragrance of rose. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tushar. Okay, the fourth speaker is Toastmaster Joshua. Those who fear the thorns cannot pick the roses. Those who fear the thorns cannot pick the roses. Toastmaster Joshua.
Morning all. Actually, I'm not familiar about this word. Actually, what I understand means if we have fear, we are unable to achieve something. Exactly. when I was a diploma holder, I got a chance to teach in engineering college. I am from very village background. I don't have that much of communication at all. But I have a courage to teach. The people are very, that means better knowledge than me and other accept, other than this subject and all. That's called, I went to St. Peter's Engineering College. I taught Pro-E software as a guest lecturer. I went there and I taught. One girl, now I am teaching like this. The system is here. The people are in backside. One girl wants to tease me. And that she's like that. While I am teaching, she is turned like that. She is doing something. Immediately I saw like this. She is doing something. She thought like, I have to ask why you are doing like this. I did not ask her. I continued my teaching like this. After that, I went to bike parking. She came to me and asked, "Sir, why did you ask me?" I said like that, you are the self-aware of, you are studying BE third year, you are self-aware of that. So that you know what is wrong, what is good. So that you have to decide what to do.
Thank you, Joshua. Speaker number 5 is Gopalakrishna. Gopalakrishna, those who fear the thorns cannot pick the roses. Those who fear the thorns cannot pick the roses. Gopalakrishna.
Thank you, table topic.
Master.
Those who fear the thorn cannot pick the roses. I think this phrase applies to everyone who have come across hurdles to achieve their goal. For example, you can take our first prepared speech, Toastmaster Chokalingam. Okay. He had difficulties in attending the interview for first 9 times. He failed miserably, and then he realized that he need to improve. And then each wrote down the points like how he can improve all of the things. And he was putting himself out of the comfort zone to improve himself so that he achieves the goal of getting a job. Like that, if you take any individual who is seen as a leader or anything, for example, next you can go the famous basketball player Michael Jordan. He was a complete failure for first 6 or 7 years in professional in college level. Okay. And even he has quoted saying that he used to sit in his home and cry. But through continuous practices and sheer willpower, he achieved his goal of becoming a very good basketball player. And I'm sure that if one needs to come out of the comfort zone, they won't face people with soft-hearted or we can say not mellowish people or something like that. And it's a must if an individual wants to come to grow well. He should come out of the comfort zone so that he can have the roses.
Thank you, Gopalakrishna. The next speaker, speaker number 6, is Toastmaster Prabhakar. Those who fear the thorns cannot pick the roses. Those who fear the thorns cannot pick the roses. Toastmaster Prabhakar.
Good morning, Toastmasters. In my younger days, when we study in school days, life is not a bed of, it's not going to be a bed of roses days, you see, it's a bed of thorns. But these two alternate together. Because whenever some stress comes, something good happens. And I face this many times in my own personal life. I would like to talk about my professional experience. I was asked to develop a small check valve for use in a oil field equipment which is used by BHE. And they were importing this small check valve from US. And it was a challenge for me to go there and develop it. The first time I went, it was a failure. We came back from Chennai to Trichy. Second time I went, it failed. Went there, came back. Again, it came back to Chennai. It happened the third time, it happened the fourth time. The fifth time, we knew there was something that we have to really try and do something. And those people who were there at the shop are telling these people from Creative, they'll come, they'll do the same thing, they'll go again and again. But believe me, the fifth time when we went there, we broke that. It was not a bed of thorns anymore, it was a bed of roses for us. For the next 10 years, we had a monopoly, which we never imagined. We were able to break that technology, and BHU were after us for the next 10 years until they would break our own monopoly, which they had to do. Because it's not possible for us to hold on and hold on the monopoly for many years. For 10 years, we had a nice good time. So, coming back to the subject, life is not a bed of thorns only, because there are roses after our experience. So,
Thank you, Toastmaster Prabhakar. And speaker number 7 is Toastmaster Aravind. Aravind, those who fear the thorns cannot pick the roses. Those who fear the thorns cannot pick the roses. Toastmaster Aravind.
Do you know from whom we learn the life lessons from? For me, there are two people who teach a lot of life lessons. One, my grandmother Shanta. Another, any guesses?
Toastmasters.
Friends.
Girlfriend?
My dog, Blackie, who looks like a black puffed up cotton candy. You know, there was one moment when Blackie was very hungry. I wanted to test what stamina my dog holds. So I kept it hungry for a day. And what I did was, I placed a single good day biscuit on top of a 8 feet tall stool. The dog was 3 feet. It is a black Pomeranian. How long can it jump? I kept it there. Every time we tried and tried and tried, it never caught the biscuit. And sometimes I even showed the biscuit to it so that I could motivate it more. So I kept taking it. Tried and tried and tried and tried, never succeeded. After a trial of some 20 jumps, I took the biscuit, went near its mouth, when it tried to catch hold of it, I took it again and placed it in the stool. I was very cool. It became fierce. Now it jumped with all the motivation it had. Now it jumped with all the conviction it owned, with the courage. The stool fell down. The dog got the biscuit. In order to pluck some flowers, we need to face some thorns, right? Isn't it? The dog taught me that life lesson, that particular day. It taught me how to cross the thorns to catch the flower, how to jump a stool to get a biscuit. After that, I had learned a lot of life lessons. And as we humans, we also should practice, and we also should puncture our butts with thorns to catch the flower. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aravind. We come to the conclusion of the table topic session. a wonderful session, and everyone tried their best to speak in